So I'm pretty pleased with my gyro captain and how he came out. Like I said before, it's been a long time since I've done flesh tones, so it took a lot of work to try and get to somewhere that I was happy with. So yeah, pretty pleased with him. The problem I've got is when I put him on my shelf with my other Mad Max things, he sits alongside, the cars that I've got, fine. He sits alongside the toe cutter that I did a while back, fine. But what he doesn't sit alongside well with is something I made 25 years ago, maybe more. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. This is a figure of Mad Max by, where's his name? There it is. Sculpture's name is on the bottom. Jonathan Dewar. Garage kit, proper old school and very heavy garage kit from the 90s. Let me put him down for a minute. He weighs too much. That should never turn around. He should be the other way around. So yeah, I'll sort him out. Yeah, this is going to need sorting out. As I say, I built this sometime in the 90s and it weighs a ton and it's a terrific model. Solid resin, but it comes with vinyl for his holster to cut out for his vinyl, separate resin bits, one side of his spanner I never painted, oops, and wire for all the clips and things like that, more vinyl here for his strapping. So terrific model and a terrific pose. The likeness isn't exactly Mel Gibson, and this is the 90s and I'd only just found garage kits, so I didn't have a clue how to paint faces at 1/6 scale, and therefore we have this, I'm afraid. Yeah, I always look at this and wince. I mean, as I say, the likeness isn't anything like Mel Gibson really, but you can tell it's Max, can't you? Yeah, you can definitely tell it's Max, and it's a great pose. Unfortunately, as I say, it was my early days of painting larger scale figures. I was only used to, Games Workshop scale things. So the paint job on the skin is terrible. I went for more of an orange tone because, hey, he's in Australia, he must have a suntan. Yeah. And made the cardinal error of, come on, focus in, lining his eyes in black. Oh, look at that. So looking pretty dreadful. So whenever I see him on the shelf, I wince. And now I've got, the gyro captain alongside him. It's like, oh dear, what was I doing? So I've decided to do a repaint, but I'm still happy with, well, apart from that spanner, I'm happy with the paint job on his outfit and everything, and the gun and everything. So this is going to be an interesting little challenge. I want to repaint the skin tones and the eyes especially, and the hair. The hair's pretty rubbish. And this has been on my shelf for 25 years or more. It's not going to be a case of just put some paint over the existing paint. I think that's going to be a bit of a disaster. So first challenge is to clean it all. I'm going to give it a good dusting, then a good wipe with a damp cloth. When dry, I've got to mask up the outfit to just have the fleshy bits viewable, and spray with grey primer, then white primer, and yeah, carry on a job I started more than 2 decades ago. Behold Max's fancy masking material. Basically it's blue tack, supermarket carrier bag and parcel tape. It's the only way really I've got the flexibility of getting around all the areas. There's some bits of black that you can still see and they're going to be covered in primer, but that's all right, I can touch that up later. So grey primer for his face and arm, and then white primer, I think. Basic skin tone is on, and a wash, and just starting lightening him up. Don't want to go too light, but then again I don't want to keep him tangerine like he was before. So think what I'm going to do next is just block in the eyebrows, the edge of the hair and the eyes, just so I can gauge how I'm doing. Okay, so I'm cracking on with the colour scheme, and to just give me an idea of how I'm doing, as a comparison, I've blocked in the hair in a base coat, blocked in the eyebrows, blocked in the eyes, just done his lips, because I think I'm almost there with the colour. You can't really see it, but I've put some red in his cheeks, and I've put a bit of red on his shoulder blades around that area. Mel Gibson seems to have in that opening scene where he's facing off against Wes, which is what I think Jonathan was going for with this, is in that scene it looks like he's got a very sunburnt chest, so I've sort of like referenced that a little bit. The other thing I'm doing is, back when I made this, everything that wasn't flesh was the same black, which isn't right. So I'm going in, painting the straps a different colour, the shoulder pad, I've just blocked that in a different black, and yeah, and so on, straps for his leg brace, etc, etc. Also, I'm redoing the gun, because the gun, back when I did it in the 90s, you didn't have that much in the way of reference photos. I've just blocked in the stock there of his shotgun, because it looks like it's a whittled bit of wood that Max somehow put in there. So I've just got to stain that a bit, blocked in the grip, and then I can turn him around. Also, I'm redoing his little saddlebag thing, that hatchet thing on his back, because I've got better photos for that now. So yeah, getting there. Just like with the gyro captain, I start to panic when I reach this point with the eyes, in that I've blocked them in a dark colour, filled it in with a lighter colour, haven't put the pupils in, and it's not gloss, so they look very dead and cartoony. But pupils are going in next, so hopefully I'll feel a bit better about it. Still got to start dry brushing his hair and his eyebrows. Got to put the wash on for his stubble. But we're getting there. I've been tidying up the black. I've got to put more dusty washes, dusty dry brushing on him. But we're getting there, and he's certainly less orange than he was originally. All right, getting close now. I've done his eyes. Can you see them? There. Just got to gloss them. I put on a light wash for his stubble, and it looks terrible. So I think I'm going to do a bit of pasteling, which is what I did originally on this Max. And here he is done. Still doesn't look anything like Mel Gibson. The body does, doesn't it? You know, the body is excellent. It really is. But yeah, the face does let it down, but it's a much better paint job than I had before. So pleased how that's come out. Yeah, and still really like him. So that's us done.